a 28-year-old software engineer. I pay my own mortgage, I have a healthy 401k, and I have one passion that keeps me sane: Lego. I'm not talking about a bucket of random bricks. I'm talking about the Ultimate Collector Series, UCS. For the past 6 years, I have curated a collection that is the envy of every AFOL, adult fan of Lego, I know. My pride and joy was the UCS Millennium Falcon, $850. It sat next to the Imperial Star Destroyer, $700, the Titanic, $680, and about 20 retired sets that have tripled in value since I bought them. I kept them in my home office on custom-built, floating walnut shelves with LED backlighting. It wasn't just toys. It was art. It was precision engineering. The total value of the bricks in that room was easily over $5,000, and the sentimental value was incalculable. I spent hundreds of hours building them. It was my meditation. My mother, Barbara, 55F, has never understood it. She calls them dust collectors. She's the type of woman who believes that once you turn 18, anything fun should be replaced with beige throw pillows and ceramic vases. Last Tuesday, I had a grueling day at work. Code wasn't compiling, clients were screaming. All I wanted to do was go home, pour a drink, and maybe work on the new Rivendell set I had just bought. I pulled into my driveway. My mom's car was there. I groaned internally. She had a key for emergencies, but she had a habit of popping in. I unlocked the front door. "Mom." In the kitchen, "Sweetie," she chirped. She sounded incredibly happy. I made lasagna. I walked into the kitchen. She was beaming. The house smelled like cleaning products, lemon and bleach. "You look tired," she said, kissing my cheek. "But don't worry. I had a free day, so I decided to do something nice for you. I noticed your office was looking so cluttered. So I fixed it." My stomach dropped. "Fixed it? Go look." She clapped her hands. "You're going to be so relieved. It's finally an adult space." I didn't run, but I walked very fast down the hallway. The door to my office was open. I stepped inside. I stopped breathing. The shelves were there. The LED lights were on. But they were empty. The Millennium Falcon was gone. The Star Destroyer was gone. The Titanic was gone. The only things on the shelves were 3 small, generic potted succulents and a framed photo of me from high school. "Where are they?" I whispered. My voice sounded hollow in the empty room. Mom appeared in the doorway, smiling proudly. "Doesn't it look so much bigger? So much cleaner? Now you can actually focus on your work without all those childish toys staring at you." "Mom," I said, turning to her, my hand shaking. "Where are the sets? Did you put them in the closet?" "The closet?" she laughed. "No, silly. I decluttered. I got rid of them." "Got rid of them?" I felt the blood draining from my face. "What does that mean?" "I donated them," she announced. "Well, most of them. The big grey one, the spaceship? It was so dusty and fell apart when I tried to move it, so I just threw that one in the trash. But the rest I gave to the neighbors' kids down the street. They were so excited to have some blocks to play with." Ich zerrte her. I couldn't speak. My brain was trying to process the information. She threw away the Millennium Falcon. She gave $5,000 worth of collector's items to toddlers. You threw them away." I choked out. "Oh, don't look so dramatic," she huffed, adjusting a succulent on the shelf. "You're almost 30, honey. It was time to grow up. I did you a favor. Now, come eat lasagna." She walked back to the kitchen. I stood in my empty office, staring at the $10 plant sitting where my masterpiece used to be, and I felt something inside me break. "Which dumpster?" I screamed. My voice cracked. I grabbed my mother's shoulders, probably too hard. "Mom, which dumpster did you put the Falcon in?" "The big green one in the alley," she said, looking offended. "And stop shouting. Honestly, OP, you're acting like an addict. It's disgusting." I didn't answer. I turned and sprinted. I ran through the kitchen, nearly slipping on the freshly mopped floor. I tore open the back door and jumped the 3 steps to the patio. I ran down the driveway to the alleyway behind my house. My heart was hammering against my ribs. Please let it be there. Please let it be sitting on top. I turned the corner into the alley. I heard it before I saw it. The high-pitched whine of hydraulics. The beep 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 of a heavy vehicle reversing. I froze. 50 feet away, the city garbage truck was lifting the green dumpster, my dumpster, into the air. No! I screamed. I waved my arms. Stop! Wait! The driver didn't hear me. Or maybe he didn't care. I watched in slow motion as the lid swung open. A cascade of black trash bags tumbled into the hopper. And then I saw it. I saw the distinct, grey, saucer-shaped hull of the Millennium Falcon. It wasn't in a bag. She had just thrown it in loose. It slid out of the dumpster, hit the metal teeth of the compactor, and shattered. Thousands of grey bricks rained down into the sludge. Then the compactor blade came down. Crunch. It was gone. I ran up to the truck, gasping for air. Stop! My stuff is in there. The driver looked down from the cab. He looked annoyed. Too late, buddy. Once it's in the hopper, it's gone. Safety regulations. Step back. He revved the engine. The truck rumbled away, carrying pieces of the Titanic and the Star Destroyer to a landfill where they would be buried under tons of actual garbage. I fell to my knees in the dirty alley. I actually dry heaved. I felt like a part of me had been ripped out. That wasn't just $5,000. That was hundreds of hours of peace. That was my escape from stress. I sat there for 10 minutes. Then I stood up. I wiped the grit off my knees. I walked back to the house. I walked into the kitchen. My mom was sitting at the table, eating lasagna. She had poured herself a glass of wine. Well, she asked, not looking up, did you say goodbye to your toys? Ist er daher? I looked at the lasagna. I looked at the woman who raised me, who claimed to love me, and who had just violated my home and destroyed my property with a smile on her face. That was $5,000, I whispered. You just threw $5,000 into a garbage truck. Mom rolled her eyes and took a sip of wine. Oh, stop lying. You always exaggerate. It was plastic, OP, little plastic bricks. It's worth $10 a pound, maybe. And even if it was worth money, it was clutter. It was holding you back. You'll thank me when you bring a girl home and she doesn't think you're a man-child. I am a man, I said, my voice shaking. A man who pays his own mortgage. A man who bought those things with his own money. You had no right. I have every right, she snapped, slamming her glass down. I am your mother. I am trying to help you. You were obsessed. It's unhealthy. Now sit down and eat your dinner, or so help me God, I will leave. Leave, I said. Excuse me. Leave, I pointed to the door. Get out of my house. Give me my key back. And don't ever come back. Mom laughed. A nervous, disbelief-filled laugh. You're kicking me out? Over toys? They aren't toys, I said. And you aren't a mother. You're a bully. She stood up, grabbed her purse, and threw my spare key on the counter. Fine. Wallow in your misery. See if I ever do anything nice for you again. She stormed out. I locked the door behind her. I went into my empty office. I looked at the succulents. I swept them off the shelf with one arm. The pots shattered on the floor. Then I sat down and pulled out my phone. I wasn't going to let this go. She thought it was just plastic. I was going to show her it was a felony. I didn't call her the next day. I sent her an email. Subject: invoice for damaged property. I attached a spreadsheet. I listed every set she destroyed. I included links to current eBay sold listings and Bricklink averages. UCS Millennium Falcon, Retired Edition $1,200. UCS Imperial Star Destroyer, $850. Titanic, $680. Various retired architecture sets, $2,400. Total replacement value, $5,130. I wrote, Mom, this is the value of what you destroyed. I expect a cashier's check within 30 days. If not, I will take legal action. She replied 10 minutes later. Invoice. LOL. Nice try. I looked them up on Amazon and saw Legos for $20. Stop trying to scam your own mother. I'm not paying you for garbage. Grow up. She refused to look at the links. She refused to acknowledge reality. She lived in a world where she was right because she was the mom. So, I filed. In my state, the small claims limit is $10,000. I paid the filing fee. I hired a process server. I heard about the service from my aunt. Apparently, the server walked up to my mom while she was at her garden club meeting. He handed her the envelope in front of all her friends. She called me screaming, "You sued me. You sued your mother. Over toys." "It's property destruction," I said calmly. "And it's over $5,000. See you in court." The court date. Mom showed up without a lawyer. She brought a bag of generic mega blocks she bought at a dollar store. "Your Honor," she told the judge, dumping the bag on the table. "Look at this. This is what he's crying about. It's plastic blocks. I offered to replace them with these, but he refused. He's being vindictive." The judge, a middle-aged man who looked like he'd seen enough family drama to last a lifetime, looked at the mega blocks. Then he looked at my binder of evidence. I had photos of my collection. I had the receipts. I had the appraisal from a collectible insurance quote I had gotten last year. The judge said. The plaintiff has provided proof of value. These are collector's items. Throwing away a limited edition Lego set is like throwing away a first edition book. You may not value it, but the market does. "But I'm his mother," she argued. "I was cleaning his house." "You entered his home and disposed of property without permission," the judge said. "That is not cleaning. That is theft and destruction." The verdict. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,130, plus court costs. Mom turned purple. "I'm not paying that. I don't have $5,000 for toys." "Then I suggest you set up a payment plan," the judge said. The aftermath. She didn't pay willingly. I had to garnish her wages. Every month, a chunk of her paycheck from the receptionist job she works gets deposited into my account. She has told every relative that I am a monster who stole her retirement money. Most of them sided with her until I showed them the photos of what she destroyed. My cousin, who collects sneakers, was the first to switch sides. "Bro, if she touched my Jordans, I'd have done the same thing," he told me. I moved. I bought a new house with a basement. I installed a steel door with a keypad lock. I'm rebuilding the collection slowly. I bought a new Falcon last week. Building it wasn't quite the same. It felt a bit like an act of defiance rather than joy, but as I clicked the final piece into place, I felt a weight lift. I lost a mother, but I regained my self-respect. And honestly, the Falcon looks better in the new house anyway.